Okay, so take two. Um, so today we will be doing solo Pit of Heresy. Hopefully solo flawless, but if it ends up not being a solo flawless, I'm just not gonna quit. I'm just gonna finish it for the video. Um, this is the build. So any fusion rifle, you don't have to use lionfish, but if you do want to use lionfish, it's really easy to get. It's in the tenants and the tower. Same with your Tide Apex. Amazing SMG. The role that you want for this build is incandescent with demolitionist. You want demolitionist so you can get more healing grenades. Because if you're in a sticky situation, you want to be able to get that cure and restoration. And we are using Blade Barrage with Crack Shot and Knock 'em Down. These are the fragments: Ember of Ashes, Ember of Empyrean, Ember of Solace, and Ember of Singeing. So Crack Shot, your class ability, to activate Radiant from Acrobat's Dodge. And while you are Radiant, you will have more super damage with the Limit Break artifact mod. I think it's 15%. It says while you are critically wounded or have an elemental buff, that is what Radiant is. And Shards of Galanor, throwing knife final blows decrease your cooldown of your super. That is why I have 120 in melee stat. Hitting a single target with most Blade Barrage knives in a volley, which just means most of those knives in your super, causes them to release a violent solar explosion. So if you hit to most, I think by most they mean like around 70%. So if you're shooting or if you're throwing it at a boss, you're going to get that violent solar explosion, which I think it's like 3 to 4,000 more damage depending on your super stat. It releases scorching solar shrapnel, so like tracking, so kind of like what 1,000 Voices does. Hits and final blows with Blade Barrage will return super energy after the super ends. So I'm pretty sure that it's 6 kills with Blade Barrage that will return 50% of your super energy. Or, like I said earlier, if you hit most of them in a single target, like a boss, you will be returned about 50% of your super. I am just using the Exodus Down armor set because it's basically just free DR. If you do have it, you could use the Vogue, or if you have a good set of 7th Seraph, you could. Although it's really good with stasis, it does have some solar capabilities, um, but I wouldn't really run with it. Just to get an easy damage reduction, either do 4-piece of Exodus Down, 2-piece Ferropotent with 2-piece Smoke Jumper is a good one as well. And our exotic is 1,000 Voices. If you don't have 1,000 Voices, you could use Dragon's Breath. I just find 1,000 Voices to be better in almost every way. But if you really don't have it, or if you don't have the Catalyst, because that helps a lot, you could just run with 1,000 Voices, or you could run with Dragon's Breath. If you don't have either of those, you could use Sleeper Simulant, or if you're using a Void subclass, you can use Leviathan's Breath, or Hierarchy of Needs. So I'm just gonna put on my Eager Edge so we can get through here. Hopefully this goes well. I'm not really going for a solo flawless, but if it ends up happening, I will not complain. So this first encounter is relatively easily. If you don't know what Eager Edge is, it's basically... Okay, let me just explain real quick. So Eager Edge, you gain further increased sword lunge distance immediately after switching to this weapon. And the best swords that have Eager Edge, pretty much every sword does have Eager Edge, but the best is the Vortex frame. And basically, so I have Eager Edge on my super, like you see in the bottom left, and if I jump and, oh, oops, it went away. If I jump and then do it, yeah, it throws me forward. If I don't have it and do that, that's how much it moves me. So you could still do this, but it's not very efficient. And during this run, you will see me barely use my super because you want to save it for the boss, but I mean, obviously you're going to have more than one super. So if you are in a situation in the earlier phases of the dungeon, you could use it if you're in a sticky situation, or use your healing grenade. I wouldn't I wouldn't miss that rally flag, but I did not mean to do that. So this first phase of the dungeon, it is really simple. I will explain it as we go. So basically you kill these ads. You kill the, I think it's called a pit keeper, the knight. It opens this door. You go through this door. You kill this knight with the sword bearer. You're gonna see these three symbols. So the top one we refer to this as ice cream. The second one is sandwich, and this third one is burger. So you don't have to do this, but what I do so I can remember is I just type it out. If you are on controller, I am sorry. I don't know if you can do this. And a burger. I know you can, but it's just a lot harder. I'm on PC using a controller. Not to flex, but so you just write those down so you can remember. Ice cream is pretty easy. These two look alike, but the last one looks like a hamburger bun. And I think this one's actually not sandwich. I think it's a different one, but that's how I'm gonna remember it. Oh shit. Yeah, if you don't move on fast enough, these guys just despawn. So for the next part of this, you're gonna take the sword that they drop, and you are going to find the runes that correlates with what was shown. So that one's burger, that one's sandwich. We're gonna find ice cream first. You do not have to do this in order, by the way. I am just gonna, because that's how I like it. So with the sword, you kind of have eager edge built into it. So you can just swing in the air and it will just lunge you forward. So we're gonna go to this ice cream cone because it was the first one. You don't have to do it in order, just remember that. So you can drop this sword at any time to kill these ads. That's the pit keeper I was talking about earlier. It opens the door. You take the sword. If it's a wizard, you're gonna have to do your heavy attack. If it's... Oh man, it is so dark in here. I don't remember it being this dark. Anyways, if it is a knight with the sword, you do your light attack. If it's a wizard, you do your heavy attack. And if it is the shrieker, you go block. So this is the knight with the shield. You do 2 or 3 swings, then you block so it doesn't hit you. And if I use my heavy attack, you're gonna see it's not gonna do any damage. He's immune. You have to use your light attack. I'm just gonna back up here so I don't die. I shouldn't, but... And if you do enough damage to the shield, it does just break the shield. Although it is not a requirement, you do not have to break the shield. So that's the light attack one. We're gonna get rid of this sword because it runs out of ammo, so we're just gonna find another one of the knights that drop the sword. I'm just gonna make sure I'm recording. And I am. So we're gonna find the next one. So we're gonna go with burger right here. So we're gonna take this elevator. Be very careful with these because they do tend to kill you, or at least get you really close to dying. You will probably see what I'm talking about in 1 second. Yeah, see? I thought I had a grapple grenade and that's why I threw my grenade. That was just a dumb move on me. I don't know. I'm used to playing Prismatic Hunter. That's fine, I guess. I'm just gonna have to find another way up. You don't have to take the elevators. You could take the stairs. Wherever the stairs are. They're kind of difficult to find. 1 second. I will be right back. My lovely girlfriend just messaged me. Okay. So the goal is to just get a solo clear. If I end up dying, it's whatever. So we're just going to go with sandwich because that one's going to be harder to get to. If you were smart, you would have a grapple. I totally forgot. You can switch your weapons and subclass whenever you want. Your loadouts are not locked. So you kill that. So we actually need to find one of those sword bearer knights before we can actually go in there and damage the boss. So they can spawn in these bridge areas. See how that knight twisted? That's not a sword bearer though. Oh, there's one. Right? And I do have choke clip on my fusion rifle, and that's why he turned to ice. This one is actually one of the easier ones, so you can just use your blade rod to kill these ogres just to get them out of the way, and then use your blocking to kill the shrieker. This is the easiest one by far. I could have probably kept the sword, but I'm not going to, so we need to go up there. I am going to use the elevator. We're gonna see how this goes. There we go. I didn't die. Right there, right in front of us. The main problem with those elevators is that it's not gonna kill you, but it does give you to really low health. And if there's an enemy anywhere and it shoots you once, you will die, and it will ruin your solo flawless run. Kill these ads, just so they're not in our way. Use a healing grenade, because there's a lot of ads. And a lot of these are yellow bars, so they would actually really benefit with the 7 Seraph armor set, because I will show one real quick. Here, I can do this actually. Overwrite that. So, final blows with area effect damage. Solar abilities, which would... Oh shit, hold on. Okay. Anyways, you kill yellow bars, which is what... which is what triggers the armor set. I think this is the wizard? Yeah, this is in my opinion, the hardest one, but it's still not very difficult. You just have to use your heavy attack. Yeah, you can't damage the main wizard, but you kill these other ones just so they're not in your way. That's kind of what just makes it difficult. This actual wizard right here, all he really can do is slow you down in that black cloud. And you kind of can't move, so if he triggers that throwing, like them throwing the arc stuff, then it can kill you pretty easily, because it does do a lot of damage. Now we just have to find a green beam in the sky, and then we follow that. Oh, it's right here. That's nice. And then that is it for this encounter. Well, actually, you have to kill the pit keeper first, but it's pretty much it. Oh shit. little close. And then yeah, that's the first encounter. So it's not a featured dungeon this week, but if it is featured, this is just a really easy way to get some of this armor. So this is the armor set for this dungeon. The 2-piece is not very good, but the 4-piece is actually pretty decent. So while you have Radiant, Restoration, or a Cure, your melee hits release a burst that will scorch the target. So Radiant, Restoration, or Cure. So you get Restoration and Cure when you use your healing grenade immediately. And you get Radiant if you use your class ability with the Acrobat's Dodge. So if you dodge or use your grenade, you will basically enable your melee hits to release a burst that will scorch the target. But I am going to get rid of it because it's a tier 3. It's actually not. It doesn't have health, so I'll keep it. So this part may as well just be the hardest part of the dungeon. It's not very difficult, but the ogres can shred you really easily. You do not need an eager edge sword, by the way. It's just easier and faster just to get around stuff. Okay, so when we drop down here, there's going to be 3 giant ogres that's going to walk around and look for you. You cannot shoot them, you cannot kill them. All you can do is try to get around them. They do a lot of damage if you let them hit you. So this is why we have the eager edge sword, so we can get away from them. Or use our dodge to get away from them. Or our healing grenade if we're about to die from them. And during that, there's going to be these little areas around the wall with the red. They kind of look like spider webs. You shoot them, you go through the little cave, and you are looking for these yellow bar knights. So you kill these knights, they will drop a void charge. You pick up that charge and you go to one of the 3 doors around the area. Normally there's an ogre around them, so if you can, try to lure the ogre away so when you're dunking you don't have to worry about the ogre shooting you or stomping on you. I'm kind of thinking of not using this, but... And you're probably saying, oh, why aren't you using an exotic weapon or whatever? Because you just don't really need to. You can. Obviously I will be using 1000 voices for DPS. But this is just a really good SMG, even though it's not exotic. It's not. I wouldn't use Sunshot because it is a hand cannon. If it was an SMG or an auto rifle, sure. And I don't think there's any decent fusion rifles, exotic fusion rifles in the kinetic slot that I can use. You could use something like New Land Beyond for DPS, or if you have a good prismatic build like Gavostov, or even Arbalist. I guess that is technically a fusion rifle. It's kind of odd though. I don't have the catalyst unlocked for it. Well, I have it, I just don't have it yet. Yeah, I mean, maybe Arbalist. Well, maybe I'll put it on and try it. It is special. I don't think I've ever used it. We'll try it out. Because this is not a slow flawless run. So if it ends up not working, it doesn't matter. So we're just gonna go to these. It looks like we already found one, which is insanely lucky on my part. So you take these charges. Where did the door go? And then you go to these doors. I will show you where the doors are, but you were also going to see the ogres. That's the ogres. So you jump and use your melee to like lunge forward. The ogre is going to follow me the entire time, but it's fine because we're faster than it. If you had a grapple, this would be extremely easy, but I don't. And you're gonna dunk it in this. You do not have to do this in order. I do believe these spawns are completely random, so I would not follow where I am, but it is very possible that I'm wrong about that. So you're gonna take this other void charge. And where's this door? There's another door here somewhere. Or, oh, it's through here. There's an ogre right to my right, so we're gonna try our best to ignore it. Oops. We're gonna try our best to ignore it. We're gonna use a healing grenade. And we found the other one. Dude, that is insanely lucky. Okay. It's insanely lucky. I do think there's more than 3. I might have been wrong on that. But there's not an infinite amount of them. I just got really lucky on the ones that I went to. Because I do not have these memorized. Because there's some of these that you go through and it's just like a little hallway. Kind of stupid, but... so this is for the final door. And for this encounter that is coming up, this is the hardest part of the entire dungeon. If you could survive this area, you could very easily solo flawless. There's a rally banner right here. Gosh, I hope this is recording. I'm gonna be so upset. So you want to be standing on this totem right here. It's kind of like the King's Fall raid with the totem, if you were familiar with that. Obviously, to my girlfriend, I know you're not familiar with that, but that's okay. So you have this debuff called Curse of Suffering. These guys drop a void charge just like this last encounter, but you're going to see this totem starts getting on fire if you're away from it for too long. So you have to do that dunking sequence 6 times. So I'm going to be quiet because I need to focus. So as you can see, that thing is getting on fire. I'm about to die. Did not get it. This is actually not a good, very good exotic for this. I thought it would be, but I was wrong. You probably should have a higher grenade stat than I do. Just saying. Jeez. Come on, man. Yeah, Arbalest is not very good for this. Maybe good for damage on these knights, if you can actually hit them, but other than that, not so much. I'm gonna die here. that's it for this encounter. Oh man, I got so close. I was so close. Oh, I need to take a break. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So a change that I'm gonna make is we are going to put more into grenade. If we can. So I'm really not using crack shot that much, but I don't think this is just not good stats for what I am doing. Maybe we run with 7 Seraph. I mean, we could try it out. This is not a solo flawless, at least. I mean, so far it is, but it's actually not good because we don't need that much class stat. Arbalest is not good, at least not good for one. I needed it. It does. Hey, it did the job, but yeah, it did the job. It did what I needed it to do, but I don't want to do that again. That was way too close. Maybe this new Malpius, I think that's how you say it. We could try it. I don't know if I have the catalyst. Oh, I do. I just don't have it finished. Same with a lot of the catalysts that I have. Oh, this is a sniper stuff. Okay. Okay, so this is the next encounter. So let's see if I can show you without dying. So one way you could do this if you don't care about not dying is you could just jump down. Like all the way. Sometimes you get lucky, you know. But the smart way to do this is to... So this is going this way. It's doing a circle. And you have this going just straight. So when you fall... let's see if I can... Oh, fuck. You want to basically go right here. Let's see if I can show it. Just like that. And you don't want to jump too early because that will kill you. This one's easy because you just... What am I doing? You can just jump. You want to land on the sides. It does kind of push you a little bit because it's not even ground. So this one's going the other way. So you want to follow it and then just drop. Basically, you want to drop with it. You don't want to drop against it. So like how it's going this way, we're going to go that, just like that. And that's that. So technically, the way to do this encounter is you go around the map and you try to find these 3 different rooms. But not many people actually do it that way. Basically, you just walk around the map, look for red borders on your radar, and there's always a wizard there. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for 3 wizards. You kill those 3 wizards, and then you're on for the final boss. The hardest part of the entire dungeon was the previous encounter. If you can get through that, you're good, honestly. There's a few areas for the final boss that can kill you, but if you can get through that, then you're good. So if you look on my map right now, in the top left, you can see the red borders. So they're somewhere over there. I know that. So one of those 3 wizards and the minions are over there. So you gotta do this jumping puzzle. Watch for that, because that will kill you too. If you're confident with an eager edge, you can just basically skip and just use it everywhere. But I'm really not that confident with an eager edge. And I don't want to mess up this solo flawless. It's just a shrieker. That's relatively easy to kill. So we're looking for wizards and alkalites. Never mind then. Gotta go this way. See what I mean? There's another wizard right there. Holy shit, that almost killed me. Okay, that's one wizard down. See how much damage it does though? And I honestly am gonna wait for my healing grenade to come back. We're obviously gonna look for the next ones, but I have my brightness all the way up so I can see where to go. I believe that's where we came from. We're gonna jump right there. You could crouch if you want so you don't die. There's almost no need to go through there. I wouldn't. Yeah, that is where we came from, I believe. Yeah, this is 100% where we came from. So we're gonna have to figure out another way to get over there. I'm not very knowledgeable of this area. I've done it a few times, but oh, there we go. More jumping puzzles. I really don't mind it, actually. So if you look on my map, you can see the red borders. Those will kill you too, these will kill you, pretty much everything can kill you. It's kind of annoying. It's okay though. Ooh, that's close. That was close too. They will despawn because we killed the wizard. So there's one more, which I believe is over here somewhere. Which actually might not be true because this is the final. Okay. If I knew how to edit videos, I would show up like I would pull up the map on Google. I forget what it's called, but yeah. I think this is the third or fourth encounter. I don't think we went over here previously. Maybe we did though. Yeah, we did. I'm a liar. So I'm looking at my map for red borders, which is proving to be quite difficult. Oh, those are called pendulums. I just remembered the name of them. I don't see anything over there. See, I know you can get over there, but as you can see, it looks quite dangerous. Maybe we need to go over here. I don't think I can make that jump though. I could probably eager edge over there, but I don't want to die. It might be our only option. And there goes Flawless. Oh my god, bro. So we have to restart that entire encounter. Fuck! Dude, I had it. Okay, so we're gonna start over here this time. And we're gonna look for wizards. I'm pretty sure they can't even spawn over here. But I might be wrong. And I am wrong, because I see the red borders. And I died again. Oh my god. You get the point. You get the point. No red border. Okay, I see red borders over this way. So, I was wrong. They can spawn over here. But, I don't think you can get back over here if you go to the right. Because, as you can see, I missed that jump completely. So, you want to do solo flawless because you get a special emblem. And flawless basically just means that you didn't die at all. For those that don't know. Okay, so we saw red earlier. Okay, I see red. Oh, I see red. Yeah. So they're to the right of me. I don't think there's any way to get over there that way. Again, I might be wrong. I've only done this a few times. There we go. Oh, gotta be careful. Where is the wizard? Right above me is what it's saying. But there is no wizard. Oh, there you go. I guess he fell off. So he's dead. Okay, so there's more red borders. Kind of saying, again, this was not meant to be a solo flawless. I wish it had been, but it's okay. So they're that way. Still back there. So we gotta go this way now. Again, if you hit any of these things, they will push you off, or just kill you immediately. If they push you off, I mean, that's basically killing you immediately, but... Okay, where's the wizard? If you see any enemies, there is a wizard. It should be like right here. Okay, there is one more wizard somewhere. Man, I'm sweaty. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So I will pause the video and I will be right back. Okay, I am back and we found the next wizard. I didn't even see that. But okay. How did I not see this earlier? Alright. So that is it on this encounter. So we need to find where is it? Can I remember where it is? Probably not. It's gonna take me 25 minutes to find it. It's like this oh, I think that's it right there. I think so. If you die at this point, you will still restart the entire encounter, which is terrible. So don't die. Yep, this is it right here. Okay, so we are on our way to the final boss. So after we get there, I will switch my weapons. Essentially, it is not very difficult. This is not a very difficult part of the dungeon. Again, this is meant to be done with 3 people, but every dungeon is soloable. So if you're good enough, you can solo flawless any dungeon. All of them have been solo flawless, and they all have special rewards if you do so. So you come in here, you come over here where these guys are. There's going to be these sword bearers, at least 3 of them. I'm pretty sure there's 3 of them. You kill one. Well, you should kill all of them so they're not trying to kill you, but you kill one. You grab the sword. You go to any of these 3 areas. It's just like before in the first encounter. So there's going to be a enemy, a knight with a shield, that you have to use light sword attacks to kill. Then there's going to be a wizard, where you have to use heavy sword attacks to kill. And then there's going to be a shrieker, where you have to use block attacks to deflect its shooting projectiles that shoots them back at him. So you kill all of them. They drop this void charge just like in the ogre encounter. You're going to go to these 3 different little rune areas to deposit them. Once you deposit all of them, DPS phase starts with the boss. If you have a decent build like 1000 Voices with Blade Barrage, or Still Hunt Celestial Nighthawk, or there's a couple others. I'm a mainly Hunter player. No shade on any other Titan or Warlock players. So I'm gonna equip my fusion rifle with 1000 Voices. And you could switch your loadout or weapons or armor at any time. I want to do it right before placing the rally banner so I can get ammo for all of them. And a free Blade Barrage. So, we're gonna just get this started. And if I end up dying and having to restart, we're just gonna keep going until I finish it. So it's just like the first encounter, where you have these enemies. And I already explained it, but it's a little different. So you gotta kill these guys. Kill these ads. Ads just means like weaker enemies, by the way. For those of you that don't know, no shade or anything. So this is the light attack guy. He is definitely a bit annoying, I will say. But the annoying part is the ads that constantly try to kill you and shoot you and whittle down your health. Honestly, I think this is the hardest of the 3, only because he can just roam around and try to kill you everywhere. Oh shit. Yeah, so if you don't kill these guys fast enough, those sword guys will just keep respawning. Oh shit, dude. Okay. So I'm actually gonna wait until my thing recharges. I think this is the Shrieker. Yeah, he was already shooting me before. He can be annoying too because he shoots you across the area. But he's the easiest to kill, as I will say, because you really don't do anything. You just wait for him to shoot, and then that's that. Oh yeah, don't forget to grab these. And find the shield or the sword bearers, which there's normally a few. And you don't have to kill these ads, but I do because I don't like dying. Because if you die, you have to restart the entire encounter. If you're trying to flawless it, you have to restart the entire dungeon. So you have to use your heavy attack. You don't have to jump. It's just a habit for me to jump. It's actually faster if you don't. But so now it is DPS. You don't want to kill them because other ones will spawn. And I'm dead. Fantastic. Oh my fucking god, dude. So yeah, we have to restart that entire encounter. But you get the gist of it, I hope. That's the one drawback of this build, man. And it's really not a great build. I've just been kind of sticking with it because it got me through. Oh god, this guy's so fucking annoying, dude. I like going up here because in the middle you have the boss that continues to try to kill you, and you have ads, and there's ads here, but they're easier to kill. Try to save your healing grenade for the final boss, because once the ground catches on fire, he's immune, and yeah, like I didn't do, but holy shit, why is it teleporting away? So we're just going to try to speed this up because I messed up last time. No talking. Where's the knife? There he is. Again, we're just going to try to kill these ads so they're not in the way. We want to try to save our healing grenade if we can. We're just gonna wait. But yeah, this is definitely the hardest of the three. But even then, it's not too terrible. You just have to get it right. And that's that. I'm not going to try to push it. I'll definitely kill it next phase. I could have definitely one phased it, but I did not want to push it. So we're just going to wait. Yeah. So damage, I don't know why damage phase was so short in that first one, man. So how did I die? That is a real question. But I should be able to. Honestly, if I die this time, it's the same thing over and over again. To kill these things and do it again, and then kill them. If I die, holy fuck! Oh my god, dude! I swear to God, if that killed me, I would have been so mad. I have to wait, because I'm about to die. The hardest part is probably those giant knights that kind of chase you around. There's probably going to be another one that shows up in a second. And apparently it's missing. There. We're just going to wait. Okay, come on. There's some people that like to wait to get those balls until you kill all 3 bosses. I just don't like doing that. It's honestly up to you, but I don't like it. We're for sure gonna kill the boss the next phase. There's my best friend. Oh my god, dude. That guy does so much damage. This is why I hate this one. This is the hardest one. And since I don't have my healing grenade, we might be screwed. But it's fine. It should be fine. And yes, I'm mainly talking to myself this entire time, but it's fine. I hope you can hear me, because I did not double check if the mic was working. but not that one. Probably this one. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Why did I just crouch there? Well, since I have my super, I'm for sure gonna kill the boss. Oh my god. Where is he, dude? It's seriously like a freaking horror game, dude. I sound like a Mexican girl, dude. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's it. Dude, thank God. That was an hour? Ugh. Not good time. That's just because I was trying to explain everything. But yeah, that's it. If we didn't die, because both of those deaths were so stupid, dude. But anyways, if we didn't die, that would have been solo flawless. And yeah, that's it. That's how you do solo Pit of Heresy.